Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I'm coming at you with another episode of Wargaming in Miniature. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing the last introductory scenario. It's called Battle for Macross City. Okay, and the Zentradi have brought all of their forces to bear and are closing in on the SDF-1 in the middle of the city. The UEDF has been fully deployed and must repel the alien invaders. Okay, there's going to be a couple of different things happening in this game as opposed to the previous two. I'm actually not using the introductory rule that the Zentradi have the ability Life is Cheap. I mean, in the introductory scenarios, they're not supposed to have that ability. Well, I'm going to allow them to have that ability called Life is Cheap. And what that will do is it'll affect how many command points they have. And it'll allow them to, if they want to, shoot through themselves. The objective of this game is going to be destroy all enemy mecha. Period. Pretty easy. No time limit. It's going to last until one player wins and the other loses. Okay, so let's talk about the forces before we get involved. Okay? Alright guys, you see what we have is we got a squadron of 6 Regults right there. That's just a regular old Regult attrition, half an attrition squadron right there. And then this is the Recon Squadron minus the Recon Battle Pod. But it does have the Glog, which is right there. So we've got the Glog, which is providing 4 leadership. And then we have our total of 12 Regults. Now on the UEDF, or should be RDF. The RDF side, you have, looks like an overwhelming, like you're going to be overwhelmed by the Zentradi, but I think it's going to be a fairly fair fight, because this right here is a squadron of Tomahawks, and Tomahawks are ass kickers, and then we have, they're tanks, and then we've got a squadron of 4 Veritechs right there. But in this case, they've replaced one of your A's for an S. So we have a 1 J, and then 2 A's in the back. Basically, the brownies are basic Veritechs. This Veritech there is normally like a squadron leader, and this guy's usually like, he's like a flight leader, and he's like a squadron leader. All right, and before we get started, I did want to kind of just show off a couple of different things. This is the Glog Officer Pod, right, with its stats. 7, 3, 3, 7. And he does have this ability called Leadership 4. It adds 4 leadership to the the pool. Okay, let me back that up. The Regults don't generate any command points, but the Glog does generate his own individual command point, but he also creates 4 additional command points for his leadership, for a total of 5 command points. Okay, and so the Zentradi are going to have 5 command points, and the RDF is going to have a considerably more command points because they're more independent thinkers, things like that, where the Zentradi are mindless drones, basically. So you're looking over here, you get 1 per mecha, so you're going to get 6, right? Okay, let's keep up the numbers. We got 6. And then the J provides a leadership of 2, so that's 2 more, 8. And then the S provides 3 more leadership for a total of 11. So you're looking at 5 command points for the Zentradi, 11 command points for the RDF. All right, let's get set up, and then we will begin. All right, my Zentradi have set up, and you're looking at the Glog. You probably can't see him, but he's right down there. And then he's got his 6 Regults kind of right here. And then there are these 6 Regults on the other side going. They're just jumping over a hedge display or whatever that is. You're getting over the hedges. I'm not counting that as difficult terrain or anything. But as soon as, and I'm not even going to count those trees as difficult terrain. If the shot actually passes through a tree, I'm giving him soft cover. But in these two large areas over here, we've got a hill and a bunch of trees. Now I'm considering these areas of trees. So anybody that's in those areas are going to get their +1 for soft cover. And they can shoot out, but if anybody shoots in, you know, as long as they're not also in, you know, if both people are in, then they both get the benefits. But really, it only applies to people that are in the soft cover. All the buildings are considered hard cover. And so that is, it looks like my thoughts on this process. I'm just giving you a general plan on the Zentrades. They're going to take this group here and move up behind this building and kind of take cover and use that to kind of shoot at a flank action, where these guys are going to try to get up behind this building here and use that and maybe the trees in this general area to fire this way, try to get a crossfire going. All right, now let me put on my RDF hat, and we've got our 2 tomahawks right there, and we have our 4 Valkyries together right there. One of the rules is that you get a +1 if you're within 2 inches of your squadron mate, but you only get that if there's more squadron mates than your gunnery. And with the tomahawks having a gunnery of 3, well, yeah, with a gunnery of 2, then they would have to have 3 tomahawks or 3 people in that squadron for them to get the bonus. So they're not going to be able to get the bonus. So for all intents and purposes, they are going to be independent thinkers. They're going to operate independently of each other because it doesn't matter. They're not going to be able to get that +1. Now, on these guys, each one of these have a different gunnery skill. I wanted to say ballistic skill, but you know, that's Warhammer. But it's gunnery skill, and these guys have a 2, he has a 3, and he has a 4. Even if all 4 of these are together, he will never get the bonus. If only 3 people are together, he won't get the bonus. But he does now because there's 4. And then if there was only 2 people, they would not get the bonus. So basically, the top dog is not going to get the bonus, like all 4, all 3, and then if there's only 2. So that's where I've got them set up. Let's zoom into that so you can kind of see what's going on. Like they are right there. Their mission is probably to take that hill and use it to kind of shoot in this area, and just in case that group comes around this side, they can kind of shoot to the left. These guys are going to kind of go down the alleys on this side, trying to use the buildings as cover as much as possible, but they're going to get into the thick of it. That's the... I mean, if both sides just sits on their ass and doesn't attack, the game will last forever. So somebody's got to attack, you know. So I'm going to have both sides attack. Basically, just so you get to see the mechanics and you get to see lots of mecha getting blown up. All right, and I'm standing here in front of the light so you can't see anything. But okay, let's move the camera to a better position and let's get started. All right, now before we get started rolling dice and all that stuff and actually getting into the meat of this scenario. This scenario is probably going to take about an hour, I'm guessing. So get a drink, get some popcorn, pause the video, go to the bathroom, come on back, get ready to watch the excitement. But before we do that, I wanted to show you something that I found online. I mounted it inside my back of my binder, but it's a quick reference sheet. This is a lifesaver when playing Robotech Tactics because it has everything you need to know here. It has the turn and all the steps in the turn, and then it has what all the special abilities of the unit or the individual can do, and then it has the weapon stats, like it has flyover or ammo or whatever. It has all these stats on here, and then it has the buildings, like what their MDC is, so if you wanted to rubble a building or something like that. All of this stuff is taken straight from the book. But someone created a quick reference sheet, and I think this is a lifesaver. And we got open terrain, speed, you've got hand-to-hand attacks, how much damage they do, and then combat modifiers, you know. And there's not a whole lot of combat modifiers, as you can see. Okay, so I'm going to put this down. We're going to roll for initiative, and get this show on the road. Now, I don't have to keep track of turns because it's not really that important, but I do need to keep track of which units have activated and which units haven't. We're going to go ahead and roll for initiative. I'm just going to play through the game. I'm not going to do a lot of commentary about why certain things are happening. If you want to know the ins and outs of all the die rolls and the pluses and the minuses, I would recommend watching my first 2 videos. I might throw in like some stats and some numbers and do some math in my head and stuff like that. So if I don't actually do the calculations out loud for the camera, I do apologize. I will try to do it, but if I don't, understand that I'm just trying to speed this along. All right, so here we go. 6-6. It's a tie. Tie goes to the side with the highest leadership. And that would be the Zentradi, because they've got a guy with a 4. Okay, so the Zentradi have the option to move or move first or second. They're going to move first because they've got some guys out in the open and they want to make sure that they get into some cover. So I'm just going to put these here. Put these here. And I'm going to put these here because they might or might not get in the way. Okay, so I'm going to put a blue token next to each unit that activates. These guys have a movement of 5, and they can move 5 and leap 5. So technically they can move 10. It's just the first 5 is on the ground. Okay, so now we alternate back. We go to the RDF. What are they going to activate? Well, now that they know that they're going to have some targets possibly, I'm going to activate the Tomahawks, and they have a move of 5. But, oh, it's too bad I didn't put them in a place where they could just shoot. Because if they don't move, they have focus fire, so they would be able to shoot twice. So these guys are going to move into a place. Basically, they're just going to charge. They only move 5. They're slow. But basically, we got a guy there, we got a guy there, and a blue token letting me know that they've already moved. Can they shoot? Okay, this guy can shoot. Okay, so this guy's going to shoot. This guy can only see like his toe, and I'm not going to count that as an opportunity to shoot. That doesn't seem fair. But this guy can see that whole figure right there. So he's going to blast away. He's going to... Why not? I mean, nothing's really going on. Let's go ahead and spend a command point to get his gun clusters involved. Oh, heck. No, he's within 9. Okay. Okay, so he's going to get both. What? You roll 1 die per attack. Okay, so I'm going to use a Zentradi die for the lesser attack. Well, they're both exactly the same on damage. No, that's not true. The dual charge particle cannons are overwhelming. Okay, so he's not going to be able to roll with this punch. Here we go. What's my gunnery? Like I said, it was a 2. So I'm going to roll 2 dice and add 2. I'm going to try to beat that guy's defense, which is a 6. I got 2 5s. Man, really? Okay, so no problem. He misses. And that's the end, because this guy can't see squat. Alright, so we go on back to the Zentradi. Jump speed in addition. Yep, so it's the same speed. Here we go. Taking cover. Move 10. Basically going to get ready for an attack maybe next turn. Well, they moved specifically into a place where they can't be seen and they can't shoot, so that's done with them. So now we're going to go with the RDF Veritech Squadron. And they're in Guardian mode, right? Guardian mode. So they all can move 10 in Guardian mode. So that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. And they're probably going to attack these guys. That's my guess. Every single one of them is going to launch. I mean, we're going to destroy those 2 mechs. I mean, these guys could probably shoot deep. They could shoot deep. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. 1 guy per mech. That's what we're going to do. We're going to launch all of his missiles at there, all of his, I'm sorry, to there, all of his missiles to there, all of his missiles to there, and all of his missiles to there. You with me? Okay. So every one of them is going to use a volley. So I'm going to mark that off on their volleys. I think they all have volley 4, ammo 3. So that means each one of them is firing 4 missiles. Okay, they're not in cover. Nobody's in cover. So we're looking at 6s to hit on every single one of these. So we're going to start with the S, which is firing with a gunnery of 4. So I'm rolling 2 dice, 4 dice, and I'm adding 4, and I'm looking for 6s. I have hit with all 4. But since they already have anti-missile lasers, he's going to roll a die, and he's looking for 5 to shoot down those missiles. Oh, he rolls 6. No damage. This guy lives. Okay, the next one. He has a gunnery of 3, so he's needing 3s or better for... Okay, he got 3 of them to hit. Now the guy's going to do... He's either going to do anti-missile or a dodge, but he's going to prefer to do the anti-missile. He shot all those down. Okay, missiles getting shot down left and right. Okay, and then... It doesn't really matter on these guys, to be honest, because they're both the same ballistic, so I'm going to use 2 different types of dice, white for the front one and purple for the back. And he has a gunnery of only 2. Oh, you know, I didn't take this into account. But because they're all together, he has a gunnery of 3. Okay, so he's looking for 3s or better to hit. Okay, the white target was hit with 2, and the purple target was hit with 4. So the purple target's going to try to shoot him down with his anti-missile lasers. He does not. And the one that gets hit with 2 is going to try to use his anti-missile lasers, and he also does not. Okay, so the missiles do like this incredible high number of damage. I do believe it's 9 each. Okay. So he's dead, because even if you half the damage, if he decides to roll with it, even if he rolled with one of the missiles, it's going to blow him up. So those 2 guys are dead. Don't even have to mark any damage. Wow, that was a lot of missiles. That was 16 missiles went flying and only 2 guys died. Okay. And since that's the last unit to activate, I don't need to mark it. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up my activations. End of the turn, I'm going to go ahead and roll for some initiative. Let's go ahead and just roll it right here. Oh, it looks like the RDF got it. They got a 5 and they got a 3. So the RDF has the option to go first or second. They're going to go first. And they're going to launch a lot of missiles. They don't even need to move. I know it's going to be dangerous because these guys are getting ready to come around that hill, but we're going to kill some mecha, and so I'm going to activate my Veritex, right? And they're not really going to, well, maybe see. Let's see what these guys can see. These guys can see everything. Okay. Let's see if the range is within 24. I think it is. 24. Yeah, they're in range. Okay. So it's going to work kind of a crisscross. This guy's hitting him, he's hitting him, he's hitting him, and he's hitting him. There you go. And everybody's in the open. Okay. Let's mark off some ammo. Since everybody's using a volley. This is their second of 3 volleys. Very good. And just kind of as a clue, like I'm just going to show you on the Destroid card. A lot of people are kind of confused by this, so I want to make sure you understand. You see that it's got like a red, yellow, and green, where this one only has red. Okay, well that's where I'm marking off my ammo. Those are ammo boxes. And if you look at the weapon, it's not on there. If you look at this one, which had the red, yellow, and green, if you go down here, red, yellow, and green, those weapons each require ammo. So, like if you fire the red weapon, you'd mark it in the red box. And if you fired off the green weapon, then you'd mark it off on the green box. And as you can see, like the Veritex, they've only got red. The blue ones, they don't use up ammo. It's color-coded. It makes it easier. A lot of people don't even know that. Okay, so here we go. Let's, what am I doing? I'm using missiles. There we go. From the main guy, I mean, this is the leader of the team. He's got his leadership of 3. The 1S, we're going to call him Roy, just for a quick reference. Roy's going to shoot him, and he's got a gunnery of 4, and that guy's got a 6, so all I got to roll 2s or better. Okay, I rolled 2s or better, so 4 missiles hit. And he's going to try to shoot him down. He does! Oh, Roy, you're horrible. Okay, so maybe it's because I'm using Zentradi dice. There we go. Now Rick's shooting the other one, and he's also got a 4 because there's 4 people in the group, and it increases his gunnery by 1. So he needs 2 or better. He hit with everything. The Zentradi's going to try to roll a 5 or better to shoot all those missiles down. He does! Okay. Those 2 guys in the front, man. Whoo! Okay. Now these guys in the back only have a gunnery of 2, but they get a +1 for the group. So they're looking for, so that's a 3. They need 3s to hit. And this guy hit with 3. And so the guy's going to try to shoot down. He does not shoot him down. So, this should have been replenished. Is he going to use 3 command points to try to dodge that? Or just die? Because if he rolls with 1 of them, he's still going to be dead. So, to dodge, what does he need? I rolled a 9, an 8, and a 6. So the 9, he's got a piloting of 2, so he has to roll 6s. He needs to roll 2 6s. Nope, we're not doing it. I've got better uses for those command points. So basically that 1 guy's dead. Now the next guy, same numbers to hit, 3s. Got 3 hit, better uses, 2 guys are going to die. Boom. Oh no, missile, anti-missile. I'm sorry, anti-missile. He does not anti-missile, so he dies. Roy, they can't hit nothing. Well, they can, but the Zentradis they're shooting at are using their anti-missile lasers to good effect. Okay, so that unit was activated. Boom. Now the Zentradis are going to activate. They're not going to waste their time activating these 2 guys here. They're going to go ahead and activate that unit. Alright, so the Glog is not part of the group anymore. He kind of just went out on his own. But that's okay. Not worried about it. And then, let's give him an activation counter. Just put it next to the Glog. And then, let's do some shooting. Okay, so let's try to figure out who I'm shooting first so I can find out if they're going to get crossfires or not. And it looks like we're just going to go boom, boom, boom. Everybody concentrate on him? No, I don't think that's cool, but because he's going to shoot probably. He should shoot him in the back. He really should. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have him and him shoot him, and then he'll just shoot him, and then he'll shoot him, and these 3 will shoot him. How about that? Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it that way. The Glog has the charged particle cannon, but he also has dual forearm heavy particle cannons. Wait a second. Dual forearm electromagnetic rail cannons. Yikes. In his forearms, he's got like tons of different weapons. Oh, now I don't even know what I want to do. Oh, I'm struggling. Okay, 2 weapons. Because see, I'm going to spend 2 command points on him so he can fire all 3 weapon systems. Okay, the 2 weapons that can split fire are going to split fire on these 2. So he's going to get, because there's a guy shooting in the front of both of these and he's in the back of both of these, he's going to get the crossfire and the rear fire on both of them. Okay, now remember they've got 7s as defenses, and the Glog has a 3 gunnery, so he's going to have a 5 gunnery to get 7. So all he needs is 2s or better with all of his weapons. Okay, so the main weapon on him, here we go. That's a hit, and it's a pretty good one. And then the split fire, it's 1 roll to hit both of them, is what it is. So he needs to get a 2 or better to split fire the second weapon system. He does. And then he needs to get a, same thing, 2 or better to split fire the second weapon system. He does. Okay. So I'm having to do a little bit of math here. But the main cannon does hit him. And Roy is not going to have any of that. He's going to spend a command point to dodge. So he has to roll a die and beat his gunnery. And he rolled a 6. Okay, so Roy is going to, Roy is going to go ahead and try to dodge that. So I spent my command point to do so. Now he rolled a 6, but his gunnery skill is 3, 4, 5. So technically that's an 11 I've got to roll to dodge. And Roy's piloting skill is only 5, so guess what? I got to roll a natural 6 or better to dodge it. Oh, he does! Okay. Nice! Okay, so now they're both hit with the secondary and the tertiary weapons. So Roy has to get 2 more dodges. Well, guess what? I'm going to throw 2 more dodges in there. So he's going to attempt to dodge each one. What did I say his pluses were? 3, 4, 5. So that he's got an 8. And his piloting skill is a 5. So he's only got to roll a 3, or he's got to roll higher than that. So he's got to roll a 4 or better to dodge that. He does not. And then he'll try to dodge this one. This is all Roy here. He does. So Roy was able to dodge this one and not that one. So now Rick going to spend his 2 command points. 1 to dodge this and 1 to dodge that. And Rick's piloting is only a 4 at this point. So we're looking at 8. So he has to roll a 5 or better to get higher. He does. So we're both able to dodge the first attack. Right? And only Roy dodged the second attack. So let's see if... I hope I'm not getting mixed up. But he's going to try to dodge that. He does not dodge that. So Rick is going to get hit in the back with the tertiary weapon of the Glog, which is pretty devastating. It's the 8. Whoa. Okay. So Rick could take 8, or he could spend a command point to roll with it, which he will, and that'll half the damage on him. So he'll take 4 damage. Yikes and yikes. Now I'm not even done shooting. Okay, so this guy's going to shoot there. You guys might not hit anything because they've only got a gunnery of 1. But since this guy's since he's in the chain, he's going to get a +2. So he gets, a +1. So he has a gunnery skill of 2. Still trying to get a 7. So he needs to roll what? A 5? Okay, here we go. He misses. This guy needs a 5. He hits. Okay. Next guy needs a 5. Oh, wait. I don't need 5s. Because they were split fire, so they were rear. But these guys aren't, so it doesn't matter. So this guy needs a 5. Miss. And then the 3 on the end. Need 5s. None of them hit. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so I think I hit Rick. Anyway. Okay. So I think I hit Rick. I'm losing track of my dice. Okay, I'm losing track. But I'm going to have to place the dice next to the figures or something to try to figure this out. But 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so he rolled an 8. So Rick's going to try to dodge it. With his 4. So he's going to have to roll a 5. He does. He dodged it. Nice. That fight's over. Wow. Okay. So that was the Zentradi. Now we go to the Destroids. Seeing that their buddies are getting attacked, he could turn to shoot him. I'd give him like, well, he's up on the hill, so I wouldn't give him this. I'd still give him the soft cover, but not the hard cover. So, but if he turns, he's counted as moving, and he can't do 2 attacks. Unless I spend command points. Yeah. Well, this guy can remain stationary and just blow that guy up. Or he could come to the rescue, like come around this way. I've got 4 left. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm doing. Okay, because this is rough terrain, that's going to half his movement. So instead of moving 5, he's only going to move 2.5. Okay, so now this guy's going to shoot this guy, and this guy is going to shoot that guy. They're both going to shoot their gun clusters. Yeah, that's the most damage. So they're going to shoot their gun clusters. This guy is going to split fire here and here with his main cannons. And the reason why this guy cannot split fire is because when you split fire, you have to shoot a target that's within 2 inches. So we're just going to deal with this one first. We've got our main cannon and our secondary gun cluster. He has a gunnery of 2. No other pluses. And the guy has a defense of 7. And in the woods, 8. Yikes. So with his attack of 2, he has to roll 6s to hit. Okay, he's looking for 6s. He got one with a main cannon! Okay, so he got a 6, 7, 8 to hit him. Now, does this guy want to dodge? Of course he does. Spend a point to dodge. He's got a piloting of 3, and he needed a 7, 8. So he's got to roll a... got to roll a 5. He does not dodge it. Okay, so is he going to spend a point to roll with it? He's going to spend a point and automatically roll with it. So his damage is halved. So the main cannon only does 8 damage. No, we can't roll with it. It's overwhelming. Back that point up. Okay, it's overwhelming. He can't roll with it. He's taken 8 points to the Glog. The Glog. Well, the Glog only has 9. So he's down only 1 hit point. This guy is going to shoot these 2 guys with his split fire, but he's going to shoot the main guy with his his gun cluster. We're looking at a gunnery of 2. He's got a defense right now of 7. So that's what we're looking for. 5s. 1 hit, main cannon. Okay. He can dodge. Well, what's the difference in overwhelming and inescapable? Overwhelming is you can't roll with it, right? He can dodge it. I rolled a 5. 6, 7. That's what I rolled. I rolled a 7. So for him to dodge it, he's got a piloting skill of 2. He needs to roll a 6. He needs to roll a 6. Might as well. Let's dodge it. Let's try to dodge it. Oh, I didn't dodge it. Okay. Now, he can't. It's overwhelming. So he takes 8 points of damage, which, as we know, these things can take 5. He's blown up. Now with the split fire, because it was split fire, he only takes 4 points of damage. Yeah, because when you split it, you don't just automatically get full damage on both sides. So he took 4 points, almost dead, but not. And then the cannon split fires over there. He hit. So now the guy's got to try to dodge it. He'll spend his last command point to try to dodge it. He doesn't. He only takes 4 damage because it was split fire again, remember? Also as a note, I've been rounding down my halves, like whenever I halved damage for rolling with the impact or something like that. Actually, you're supposed to round up. I take it back. I've been rounding up. You're supposed to round down. Even if like a 4.5 would drop that half a point, you only take 4 points of damage. So that was my fault. Previous games I rounded up. So those 9s were 5s and they should have been 4s. Okay, I think the Destroids have moved. Now we are going to, and shot. Now we're going to go with the last two Battleoids, Battle Pods. They can't see anything. Now, well, that's not true. One guy could shoot him just straight up, but the other one couldn't. Okay, so the last two guys, they don't have any morale rules where you lose so many guys in your squad, you start to roll for panic or rout or anything like that. That is completely not an option here, especially with the Zentradi, because they just die in thousands, millions. Okay, but yeah, there's no like morale rules. Okay, so these two guys, since they moved, they don't get their focused fire. They don't have any more command points, so they're just going to fire their main guns. But the guy, both of them get the crossfire, and the guy in the back also gets the backfire. So we're going to have the Zentradi die as the guy in the back, because he gets the biggest bonus. And they have a gunnery of 1. Okay, what is this guy's defense anyway? 5. Okay, he has no cover from anything. So we're going to say this guy in the back gets a +2, so he has a 3, looking for 5. All he needs is a 2. And the guy in the front gets a +1 because he's crossfiring, so he's a 2. He needs to get a 5, so he needs a 3. So we're looking at a 2 and a 3. They both hit the 2 and the 3. Okay, so he's going to try to dodge both of these. You won't be able to roll with any impact, will he, if he fails to dodge. So, what is his piloting? 2. Which is the same as the guy's pluses in the back. So he's got to roll higher than a 4. He's got to roll a 5 or a 6. We'll give that a shot. He rolled a 4, he gets hit. 4? Okay. He's going to try to dodge the guy in the front. This time he's got to roll higher. He's got to roll really high, he does not. So we used up all of our command points. He takes full damage, a total of 8. Okay, so how much does he have left? He's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points left after taking 8 points of damage. All right, next step is rolling for initiative. All right, we'll go ahead and roll for initiative. Ooh, 10 to 8. Okay, so the UADF gets the first turn, and they're going to take advantage of that. Get backfire, and they get no cover, and that's the end. That's all they get. Okay, so here we are. Backfire, no cover. Let's start with 4 missiles from Roy. He's got a gunnery of 4, +1 for the back. So he just needs to basically roll anything but 1s to get hits. Okay, Rick has a gunnery skill of 3, +1 is 4. They have a defense of 6. Oh wait, he gets another +1 for being in a group. So he's got a 4, anything but 1s. Okay, so the guy got hit by 3. Next guy's getting shot by an Alpha. She has a gunnery skill of 2. +1 for the rear is 3. +1 for the group is 4. And he needs 6s. So, anything but a 1. Wow. 3 hits. Last guy rolls, guess what? Same thing, anything but 6s. I mean anything but 1s. What am I saying? Anything but 6s. Okay, so he hit with 4. It's overwhelming. Okay, so we got a bajillion missiles. Now, nope. Anti-missile. Yes. Anti-missile. Nope. Anti-missile. Yep. This can't be dodged. Oh, anyway, never mind. They can't dodge because they shot their anti-missiles. So it doesn't even matter. They can't dodge. But this becomes overwhelming, so he can't roll with it. And even if he did, if you halved all of that damage, he would be blown up. Okay, now even if you rolled with all of those, halving all that damage is going to blow him up. So that was their first action. Now the Zentradi. The Zentradi, as you've noticed, or you might not have noticed, 6 Regults have already been destroyed and not one RDF. Roy and the Tomahawk have been damaged. The Tomahawk's been pretty beat up. They're out of missiles, so they're not going to be doing as much damage anymore to us like they have been. They're only going to be able to use their GU-11s or their head lasers, and that's not going to be as devastating as the missiles. So let's go ahead and kill these 2 Tomahawks. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to activate the big unit, of course. I mean, getting behind him. So now we got some crossfire action going on this guy. But yeah, we're going to basically just put everything we got on that one. Okay, so all of them are shooting at him. From here around, they're shooting at him. Just because one guy's in the back, they're all going to get crossfire. He gets a rear fire also, but they all get the group fire. Maybe not him. They get group fire. He doesn't. So basically his backfire and their group fire cancel out and basically equal the same thing. So let's look at battle pods. Gunnery skill 1, crossfire 2, or grouped. No, crossfire's 2. Everybody gets that. Grouped or rear makes it 3. Okay, so they've got 3s. So I'm going to be rolling 4 dice plus 3. Looking for a 5 plus 1, 6. So I need to roll 3s or better. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I rolled. So the 3 and the 4 both hit. We're going to spend 2 command points to try to dodge those. So this 3 becomes a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it becomes a 6. Okay. And the 4 becomes a 7, basically. Okay. So he's got to roll piloting of 2. He's got to roll a 5 to beat that. He doesn't. And then he's got to roll a 6 to beat that. And he doesn't. So he wasn't able to dodge either one. So he'll go ahead and roll with both of them. Okay. So he takes half damage. For both of them, their guns only do 4. So he takes a total of 4. Because the Glog is also firing at him. And he's not going to split fire because nothing's within. Just fire everything. Well, he's got missiles too. So he's going to fire 6 missiles and his charged cannon. Okay, so he's spend 1 to fire the charged cannons. No, not the cannon. Okay, that's the cannon on the top. That's what's overwhelming. The arms are rail cannons. Alright, so he's firing 3 weapon systems. First of all, we'll start off with 6 missiles. Gunnery is 3. Crossfire is 4. He has more people in his group than his gunnery, so he actually does get a +1 for that. So 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he's getting a +5. And the guy's got a defense of 5 or 6 in the woods. So all he needs to do is not roll a 1 with all these missiles. They all hit. This guy has 3 anti-missile chances. Wow. This guy has 3 which is lucky because he has 3 anti-missile systems, and he has to mark off ammo on these, so he puts a tick on each one of them. And because they're anti-missiles, they get a 5, and because they are anti-missile missiles, they get to roll 4 or better. So here we go, 4 or better. He shoots down, well, any one of them would shoot down all the missiles, not just 3 missiles or whatever. Because, wow, okay. No problem. He shot the missiles down. So now what weapon system am I rolling next? We're going to use the cannon on his head. Let's do that one. And then his cannons in his hands. So, yeah, head and hands. And I think it's anything but a 1. Yep. So, main cannon in his hands. So now he's got to spend a dodge on each of these, so he's going to spend 2 command points. I'm going to try to dodge 4. Yeah, he's got to roll a 6. He's got to roll a 6. Oh, he does! Okay, dodge the main cannon. And then how about the secondary hand cannons? Nope, the hand cannons hit him. They do 8 points of damage. So he's going to spend a command point and roll with that punch. Take 2 damage. No, 4. 4 damage. Yikes, he's down to only 3 points. But they didn't kill him. Wow. Severely damaged him, but didn't kill him. Alright, now the Destroids are going to get activated, so we're going to go ahead and mark them with an activation. They're not going to move. They're just going to start opening up. Because if they don't move, they get to shoot 2 weapon systems. 3rd weapon system for both of them. So wow, I'm going to be shooting all kinds of stuff. Okay, so we're going to use their arms. Okay, so we're going to use red and yellow missile pods. On everybody. On everything. Everything's going to be the same. Red and yellow. Because all their rolls are going to be exactly the same for all those missiles. So I'm just going to kind of figure this out. We're going to have a total of 10 missiles from each guy. Okay, so we're going to have a 4. Well, shoot, I could have like a bunch of 2s. Got 10, right? Okay, so even though that's part of this group, we're going to go 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2, and then he's going to go 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. So basically, every one of them are getting 4 missiles in 2 separate volleys apiece. If that makes sense to you guys. Okay, so let's do those first, and then we'll do the cannons last. Well, the cannons are going to go, definitely his cannons are going to go, they split fire? They are. So he's going to split fire between these 2, and he's going to split fire between these 2. There you go. Just to make it all simple. But let's do the missiles first. And all the numbers should be the same. So, except for maybe him. But for the battle pods, they have a defense of 6. Yeah, his is just 1 worse. Okay, so 6, and they're in cover, so they need 7s. 7s and 8s is the target number. And what are my pluses? Plus 2. That's it. Okay, so I need 6s with plus 2. I just need to roll 4s or better. So 4s on the first guy. 1 of the 2 volleys hit him. I'll put it right there. Number 2. What am I looking for? 4s. 1 of each volley hit him. Still looking for 4s. I need 5s. I don't know what I'm thinking. Whoa, that guy's completely missed. So the third guy is completely missed. Fourth guy. 1 missile from each. What did I say? I need 5s. Just 1 missile with him. Okay. And then that guy, I need 6s. No hits. Okay. First guy's going to try to shoot him down with 5 or better. Nope. Second guy's going to try to shoot him down with a... Oh, he's got 2 volleys coming in. 5 or better. Nope. Last guy, 5 or better. Yes. Alright, he's got 3 command points left. I kind of want to save it for this guy when he gets his cannons shot at him. But we'll go ahead and... Oh, he can't attempt to dodge. All he can do is roll with a punch. Right. If this guy rolls with both of them, he's still dead. So we'll take this guy off. Now the choice is he going to roll with it and only take 4 points of damage? His number is 15, so he should be, that's a fresh guy. Yep, he's going to roll with it. It's only 1 point. He takes half damage. So instead of 9, it goes down to 4. He lives. Okay, a 5 and a 6 to hit with my half damage cannons. The 5 hits, 6 doesn't. Okay. It's overwhelming, you can't roll with it. He takes 8. Oh wait, no, he could dodge it, right? I'm going to spend a point to dodge. Probably has to roll 6. Ooh, let's see, he might 5, 6, 7. He's got a piloting 5, 6, 7. He didn't beat it, so he's dead. Dead, dead, dead. Yeah, dodges have to beat what's incoming, not tie it. Okay. Yeah, and he missed this guy. So now this guy's putting on that and a guy that doesn't exist anymore. So he rolled horrible. He didn't hit him. Okay. Well, we killed 2 battle pods. Last group to activate is those last 2 battle pods, and they're completely content to just shoot that Destroid in the back and in the front. That's what we're going to do. And so we've got a command point left. If they don't move, they get focus fire anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to focus fire. Okay. So the guys in the back get crossfire and back. So he's got a total gunnery of 3. And he's looking for a 5, so he only needs 2s or better. The guy in the back does. He hits with his secondary gun. The guy in the front needs a 3 because he doesn't get the back. And he hits with both. Okay. Okay, so this guy hits with both. This guy only hits with 1, and it's a secondary gun. He's only got 2 command points left. He's going to attempt to dodge the main attack. He's probably got to roll a 6, but we're going to double check it. 6. Crossfire makes it 7. And it's accurate, making it an 8. He missed. So he gets hit with that one. He's going to roll with that one, making it half damage. So now he only takes a total of 6 points of damage. They're both severely damaged. Okay, if you want to take a look at the battle pods damage, or I should say the tomahawks. This is the tomahawk that's in the alleyway, and that's the tomahawk that's in the woods. Alright, that was the last activation of everybody, so let's go ahead and pick up this blue marker. I'll just move that over here with this. They're replenished. New turn. Zentradi in Macross. They've only got like 4, 5 mecha left. Oh my gosh. They haven't even killed anything. Well, the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so the Zentradis actually have the initiative. And they're going to take the initiative. They're going to try to pummel this guy yet one more time. The battle pods are not going to move because they'll be able to get focus fire for free. And the Glog will not move because he'll get focus fire for free. Woo! Okay, so everybody's going to get 2 weapon systems for free. But the Glog is going to spend 1 command point to get a 3rd weapon system. Okay, because they want to make sure that guy is dead. Okay, so let's do... they'll all get focus fire, and that one guy will get rear fire. And nobody's going to get any bonus for a group. He's got a gunnery of 3 and crossfire, so 4. And he's looking at a 6, so he needs to get 2s or better. Wow, only 3 missiles hit. I rolled 3 1s out of that pile. Okay, so 3 missiles hit. Destroid number 1, because that's 1 out in the woods. He's going to fire all of his missiles to try to shoot something down. So he's going to roll 3 dice, looking for 4s. Any one of them get a 4? No. Okay, yikes. This ain't good. So we've got a volley of 3 missiles coming in. He can attempt to dodge. You can attempt to dodge that. No, you can't. You can't. You got to do anti-missile or dodge. You can't do both. He's got to roll with 3 with a volley, right? Oh my gosh, how much damage is he taking? I think he's going to take a lot of damage. The missiles do 6 each. So, if he rolls, so he's going to take a total of 9 damage. Can he take that? He can. He's going to do it. I got excited there for a second. Okay, so he's going to roll with those punches. So 3, 3, and 3. Total of 9. They're both at 4 hit points. No, one's got 5. Oh, yeah, one's got 5. Whew. 4 hit points. And that was just the missiles. Okay, Glog, what are you going to do? He's going to fire his 4-arm cannons. He's looking at 3, 4 to the guy's 6. So he needs to roll a 2 or better. He hits him. He's going to try to dodge that. I don't think so. He rolled it. No, he didn't dodge. So he gets hit with something that does 8 damage. If he rolls with it, he's dead. So he's just going to die. Dead. Finally, the Zentradi killed something. Well, it is kind of unfair. The Tonlax have like 19 hit points, and the Veritex have like 14 hit points, where the Regults only have 5, and the Glog only has like 9. So yeah. Okay, so their group's done. They just blasted away and killed that thing. So we'll mark them with an activation. And we're going to activate oh, they don't have missiles anymore. Balls. But they can still move and shoot their rifles. Okay, they're going to transform. Alright, as you can see, I've went ahead and transformed the Veritex into battle pods because now they're out of missiles, so they're just going to rely on their cannons. They don't have a whole lot of cover there, so they are going to consider moving. And they have a 5 movement because they're walking. But they have flight. So what that basically means is they're not restricted by any kind of terrain. So all they got to do is just move 5 wherever they want to go. So we're going to move 5 into the woods. Maybe that'll give us some cover while we're trying to take out these. Well, from here I can probably shoot this guy, this guy. I can probably shoot all of them from up on the top of the building. That's what we're going to do. Shoot from the top of the building. We're not even going to move. And the now because they are using, because they're battle pods now, or battleoids, they get to use their rifle at double the range, but they also get to shoot twice for free. So what they're going to do is, and they all get basically, well, these 3 will get a +1. All right, I'm gonna step in and take a rules interpretation. It does say if they attack simultaneously, they get a +1. I think it needs to be reworded to attacking the same target, because it doesn't seem right that they would get +1 to shoot 4 different targets. And I just double checked the rules, and it says if they shoot simultaneously, they get the +1. Now my interpretation of what they meant by that was, like, let's say all 4 of these guys are shooting that one target, then yes, I would give them the +1. But if they split their fire and they fire individually, they're not considered firing simultaneously. That's the way I'm taking it. So we're not going to give anybody +1 for being in close formation, because they're not anybody. No, none of them are going to be shooting the same target. So we'll start with Roy with his 2 shots, and he's firing gunnery skill of 4, and in the back, so he's got a gunnery skill of 5. And the target's got a defense of 6, and he's in the woods a 7. So he just needs to not roll a 1. You hit him twice. Bada bing, bada bang. Okay, next one. He's got 1 less, so he's got to roll not a 1 or a 2. He hit twice. That's this guy. That's that guy, right? And then not a 1, 2, or 3. Because he's got a gunnery skill 2. Backfires 3. No, I'm sorry. They're not in guardian mode. They're now actually in battleoid mode, and his gunnery skill is 3 now. So 3, 4 for the back, and that's it. Okay, and his target is 7, so just 3 or better. Okay, 1 hit on that dude. And last but not least, the Glog. Okay, and he is in the back. Okay, so just double checking, because you have 180-degree front/back. Oh, horrible, horrible, horrible. I know he missed. 1s and 2s. Okay. Dodging. Yeah. You got to roll better than the attack. So, or 6. So we're going to go ahead and try to dodge with this guy. Just, why not, right? Got to roll 6 anyway. He does. He dodges. Yay. But these other guys... Oh, he only has 1 hit point left. He's not going to roll with it. He's going to roll with it. He dies. And he takes 3. Oh, he can't roll with it either. He's only got 1 point. Okay, so we're not rolling with nothing. Okay, so the Battleoids, the only group for the Zentradi is that guy shooting in the back. He doesn't get a crossfire, but he is going to fire 2 weapon systems, his primary and secondary. He's got a gunnery of 1. In the back is a 2. So he's only got to roll a 3 or better. Both of them hit by rolling a 3. Okay. He's going to try to dodge both of them. His piloting is a 2. He just got hit with a 5. So he just needs to roll a 4 or better. He dodged both of them. Okay. Last one to activate is the Destroid, the Tomahawk. He's got all kinds of command points left, and he's the last one to activate. So he's going to move, shoot, probably use a few extra command points to get a couple of extra shots in. Okay, so he only moves 5, 2 to the woods, and then another 1.5 inches. You take the place of that. There you go. He's going to split fire with his main cannons on both targets in front of him. That's automatic. Okay, he can fire. How many weapons is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I spent 4 command points to get those 4 extra weapons. So he is firing everything he can fire. He's just unloading. So he's got his particle cannon, split firing. Gun cluster on him. He's not firing his machine guns, believe it or not. The rest is all missiles. And he's going to split them up between the 2. So let's mark off 1 ammo from each missile. And that guy was number 2. Oh, no, he's not even close to being out. Okay. Okay, so he marked off all of his missiles. He's only got a gunnery of 2. But how many missiles is that? 4, 6, and 8. But the 8 are all crappy missiles. They're 2 points each. So they're like little mini missiles that would normally be anti-missiles. Okay, so 8 of those. And then basically 10 of the other ones. 10 of the big ones. 8 of the smaller ones. I gotta split that up. Okay. So 1 volley, 1 volley, 1 volley, 1 volley, 1 volley, 1 volley. Okay. So those are the volleys. And we're looking at 2 gunnery. That's it. And he's got to roll 7, 8 in the woods. So he's got to roll an 8 on him with a +2. So he has to roll 6s with everything. So here we go. Well, those are volleys, so I better roll them 7. Oh, a bunch of them hit. That's surprising. None of them. 1 of them. Okay. So 3 itty bitty missiles and 1 big missile hits him. He's got something with anti-missile, I'm sure. He's got anti-missile missile. So he's got to mark off an ammo for that. Got to roll 4s. He shot this one down. He did not shoot that one down. We might not need to shoot any cannons at him. Let's just figure out how much damage that is. Because he can't dodge now that he did the anti-missile missiles. But he can roll with them. And they do 6 points apiece. So if he halves it, it would be 9. He only has 1 hit point left. Boom, kabloomy. Yeah, boom, kabloomy. And that uses up 4 of your command points. Oops. Because he was the one generating 5 command points actually. He generated all the command points. He's dead, so And then the other half of his missiles are going after this guy. He has a +2, and he needs 7s, so 5s. No hits with the little missiles. No hits with that group of missiles. 1 hit with a big missile. He's going to anti-missile it for free and not do it. And now I can't roll with it because he has no command points. So, how much? So he's going to take like 6 points of damage, which is going to kill him. Don't even need to use my cannons or nothing. So the missiles took care of it. And I spent all those command points to unload with all my weapons because I was being greedy. Okay, everybody's activated. No command points for the Zentradi. Put them down here. And I'm not going to finish the game because I'm going to concede the point. There's only 1 Zentradi left. This is the situation right there. There's only 1 Zentradi left in the alleyway. You just saw all of his buddies get destroyed. There's a Tomahawk that's severely damaged, and there is 1 Veritech that is severely damaged. But he's not going to be able to do it alone. No command points. The UEDF have all but 1 command point remaining. So, yeah. All right. Well, that was it for that playthrough. I think we learned a couple of things that I didn't know or didn't. Let me rephrase this. There's a couple of things that I did differently on this in this one. Is that command points make a really big difference. They really do. When you're looking at only 5 command points for the the Zentradi, compared to what I have, like 14 command points or something like that. How many do I got over there? 11. So 11 command points for the RDF. Yeah, that really made a big difference in allowing me to shoot whenever I needed to shoot extra weapons or rolling with punches or dodges. So that was remarkable, noticing the difference. Also, the close formation. Everybody shouldn't get a +1 just over the board, across the board. They only get it if they're combining their fire. That's what I think it should be called, combined fire or something like that. But yeah, the close formation, they get to be able to shoot, if they shoot at the same target, if a number of mechs are shooting at the same target and it's greater than the gunnery skill of those mechs, they will get a +1 to shoot, which I think is a good way to have that rule. That way, that +1 doesn't just show up all the time everywhere. Almost never, because your mechas are going to be shooting at like different targets to try to spread out the damage or whatever, and if that's the case, you don't get the +1. But if everybody concentrates their fire on one mecha, then yeah, absolutely get that +1 to hit. What else? Oh. Close formation has another ability that I've never used. I never felt like I needed to use. If you're in close formation and you get shot, you can take that damage that you received and split it between another mech, between one other mecha that's within 2 inches of you. So you can share the damage, basically. It would be like he's covering you, like you'll jump in front of the rounds for you, or you'll jump behind him. But either way, it's like he's taking some hits that you could. It prevents the player that's shooting from concentrating fire on a target they know is about to blow up. So basically, it kind of gives the defender an opportunity to share the damage. To me, that's kind of like a fog of war kind of rule, which allows. Well, let me rephrase it. It prevents players from ganging up on people, basically, because the pilots don't know how much damage each mecha's taken or whatever, so they're not going to be, yeah. But I can understand like one guy just concentrating all of his fire at somebody. I can understand that too, but I like the rule. Never used it. What else? What else do we learn? Yeah. I think it was just a fun game to play. I don't think we learned too much. Oh, we did learn cover, no, missiles, volley fire. I'm trying to remember. Inescapable cover. No, we knew all that. Okay, so well, thanks for coming out and checking out this episode of Wargaming in Miniature. I am getting ready to show how I'm going to rebase my Zentradi army, so I'd like you to come back and check out that video.